Greetings, vat-grown soldiers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders. Episode 7, Installing a Gene Tailoring Lab. So, the current plan is to expand the vault, but I would say chiefly, we are going to want... We're going to want to... So maybe, do we keep this 17 wide? Yeah, maybe I'll keep it 17 wide seems a bit narrow. What I could do is put bedrooms. I'm trying to plan out, like, the design. So we are going to definitely want a ritual room soon, because with this added person, we're going to need a ritual room. I would like a kitchen close to the entryway of the vault. So maybe... we'll have a... I'm a little slow to think. I'm trying to plan out how to build a vault that's secure around this layout. So perhaps more like this, where this here will be like a freezer kitchen. I'm gonna end up excavating this. But yeah, something like that will do. And I'll try to work in where the ritual room is. So I think the first mining is going to be here for a ritual room. This will be our ritual room, which will also connect to a separate room, which can become something. I don't know. Winner! Kellyan, you are... Oh, man, you're going to get laser eyes, aren't you? Well, that was Kilgore. But you are now unnamed. Congrats. So you are Kellyan the Quack. Latent Kellyan Berry. I like how you're like a medieval doctor. What a backstory for an ancient soldier. Totally makes sense. And you'll be home in a day and a half. So we'll dig out for a ritual room. So the current priority right now is to defend Cat and build a headquarters. Because the deserter's ritual room is called a headquarters. And then this here can be freezer dining room. So I'll do kitchen dining room. And then here, I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll find a use for it, though. So the reason I don't want a research room in the base is research speed will be severely negatively affected by ambient temperature. So I want to keep my research here, ideally, because I'm going to deep freeze the base. Can we name you words? Renamed Professor K? Absolutely. Now I think you're... Given a name K, I feel like you're a man in black. Who knows? Yeah, maybe you are, right? This might be a little large for a ritual room, to be honest. I don't think we're going to have a population requiring a ritual room quite this grand. I'm going to shrink it a bit. Wow, Kat's pursuers are really taking their time. She's now been here for almost 8 days. Shuttle arrives for her in 15, and nobody showed up. They're all going to be dogpiling me right at the end, aren't they? 3 raids in the last day? Yeah, nightmare material right there. Oh boy, we are getting Devil Strand. I cannot wait. They'll arrive to shoot the shuttle? Oh, probably. With my luck, yeah. I do find it funny that Kat is like absolutely... I mean, she's not working, so it makes sense, but absolutely the happiest in our community. She's like, yeah! I get to eat paste and hang around all day. Well, you know, actually, that sounds kind of nice. All right, the other room that we're going to want pretty early on is going to be the science lab. Right? So... You know what? I'm going to change my decision here. I'm going to change the layout. I'm going to have the science lab be here. This is going to be the science lab. And then the ritual room can be this thing. And then this can be our dining room. So let's dig a path to the science, to the ritual room, and just lay out a science lab here. So right behind the main entryway will be the science lab. I like it. It is the focus, and essentially will be the heart of our colony, because it's in the middle. And I think that's better use of the space. Because the amount of scientific equipment that we need to shove into the lab is quite a lot, so a really large room like that will put it to good use. Atla Million, thank you for the resub. Oh, welcome. Alright, they are almost home? Yes. Wait, did I left the bedrolls behind? Oh, that's rude. Professor K isn't even using a bedroll. We're just... I guess he's being hauled, technically. So it's a little weird that we have to walk through the ritual room to get to the bedrooms, but like, you know what? I'm actually going to change the way these are laid out to reduce the footprint size. I'm going to have the these rooms be dug internally. Okay. Crimson's got her hands full, so Moxie, go rescue Professor K. In Crimson, you're going to get Psychic Brewing and Beer Brewing for us. Professor K, you are where you need to be. Good. Assignments. Paste. Congratulations. Enjoy the taste of paste. Psychic Brewing's done. Beer brewing time. So, we will have a lectern, altar, and pews. Oh, that's the face of an annoying voice? Yeah, whoever designed Portraits of the Rim hates squeakers. Clearly. Noted. That's the face of a squeaker, if you're wondering. Or at least that's my headcanon for it. And once upon a time, I was a squeaker, so don't worry, it hits home for me too. God. Speaking of squeakers, it reminds me of Ventrilo and TeamSpeak and ancient times. I would like to get the Gene Lab up ASAP, but I don't want to do... So we can do Gene Lab therapies for Crimson at no risk. I don't necessarily want to try to remove Professor K's psychological paralysis until we have enough Gene Lab equipment to allow that experiment to not fail at a high % chance. Because there's no sense in killing him off. Make the idea room 1 larger? I could do that. For double pews, and then make the bedrooms a little bit larger. Symmetry will be preserved in that by that token too, which might be nice. Although, with that said, this hallway becomes kind of impassable. So I might end up doing something like this for pews. That way we can walk around. Well, actually, if this is not a... Never mind. This room doesn't terminate to another room, so we don't need to walk past it frequently. That's just fine. That way we can have a... So we'll put the lectern here. Once the block's out of the way. There is a lot to unpack here. Alright, come on, Sapo. Dig it up! Ooh, nice. We have at least 9 injector pumps. It maxes out at 10. All right, now for the science lab. And then to replace some of the broken shelves to make room for the bedrooms. I'd really like to get him up and able to start researching. That's a lot of research speed. 203 versus Crimson's... Okay, never mind. Crimson hasn't beat. But that might be because of work drive. And plus he has a passion, so he'll be surpassing her quickly. Anyway, given the superpower he has. So yeah, this is what, 7 wide? And this is 6 wide? So it's 7 now. So what did I do? How are these not 5x7s? These are... Oh, yeah, I see. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, it's I see. It's staggered. There. Okay. It's normal now. Here, let me hide that. It's offset. It's totally fine. I don't need a research room as wide as it was. Here we go! They're finally showing up. So, tooth scythers and a pikeman. The pikemen move slower than scythers, so the scythers are going to be the first through the door here. And they should get pretty shredded by the defenses. So I'm going to say behind the walls for everybody. Not that I really need to issue the order for Professor K. It's not like he's going anywhere. Where is the other turret? Okay, looking good. Beer brewing's done. Let's see. Let's start with fabrication, because we can start to do bionic replacements once we got fabrication, advanced fabrication. Wait, who was just mining? Was that Crimson? Man, Crimson... Oh, because she was really fast. Surprisingly. So this is disrespected because it's not all floored. I think I'm gonna risk making it wooden floor. I think the fire risk is pretty low, and wooden floors are really quick to build and look nice. And that way, we don't have the disrespected malice. Bullets! And then, I'm going to power off everything to lure the... pikemen all the way into the kill box so it doesn't try to take cover. Not that mech AI doesn't have them take cover, and then power everything on, and yep, they're all dead. Wave 1 complete. Alright, what is, now that you're not work speeded. Research 285. Okay, you definitely have Professor K beat, but that will change over time. So you, little friend, should be researching over building. And there we go, we have a headquarters. So now, I'm going to make it nicer eventually, but defend Cat and build a gene lab is my priority. So this is where the gene lab is going to be. This is maybe a poor use of steel, but it doesn't look like a science lab if it's all rough stone. There's no way I have enough manpower to, like, smooth it. Which is why I'm not choosing that as a choice. Maybe smoothing the walls, but definitely not smoothing the floor. Although some of the walls aren't going to be smooth. So the eventual idea is that the perimeter around our vault, this stuff, will be vault walls. Vault walls are insanely expensive, but keeps Crimson safe from being re-abducted. That's the roleplay. So the things that won't decay from being exposed to outside, I can just dump here. And pretty soon I'm going to need to hook up those coolers for anti-infestation defenses. Because I don't want bugs. An ancient complex, cool. Not as cool as an ancient gene lab, though. And hit Crimson with a work drive. Nice. So the ETA on the other vault is there for 11 more days. Got it? So I'm starting to deep freeze the vault here so that it is bug proofed. Because once we start installing the lab equipment, I do not want the bugs to destroy the lab. That would be horrible. That'd be like worst case scenario for our lab. So keeping the temperature below negative 17 Celsius is like the most important thing to do. So right now it's negative 22. In recon armor, and the clothing we have, we're protected up to about negative 30. So we aren't running into a situation where we're going to get hypothermic, which is good. With the front door open, isn't the cold air going to be let out? Yes, technically yes, but like not fast enough that it's going to be a problem. What I will do is hook up a heater, though, in the research room, so the research room doesn't suffer from the temperature. But yeah, everyone's going to be sleeping in the cold. It's just going to have to be something that we get used to. So the way this is going to be laid out, where is the gene pod? Here it is. We'll put the gene tailoring pod right here and hook up a power switch so that we can turn all the lab equipment off and on from one switch, which is going to be pretty important because we are all of the gene equipment draws a lot of power, more than what our geothermal generator plant generates. So either we're going to have another power generator or a big battery bank to supply to be able to run our gene experiments. Where is the other geysers? We've got one. Oh, that's not too far away. We've got two here. So if we get another oh, here we go, another mech hive. If we get another geothermal generator, we can try to hook it up to our base. So they're for a while. It's a Scyther and a Lancer. I'm going to have my shooters go for the Scyther. Nice, we shot out its legs. The other thing, now that we have beer production, is let's get fermenting barrels, and I'm going to put the fermenting barrels in the research room because it's a heated room now. And then we'll get a brewery, and I'll put the brewery here, knowing that it's not going to stay there for very long. Get back here. Alright, half the raid is down, and the other half is going to be easy to kill with the turret that we've got. I'll just lure the Lancer in and turn on all the defenses once it's in, and it will just get mowed over in an instant. I am low on steel, noted. Yeah, here comes the other one. Oh! You are not coming in the normal way. Oh, you're going after the door over here? No, what are you attacking? Okay. I don't know. It will... I'll get ready for it to be stupid. I think it's because this fence gate isn't open, so it's seeking... It should be coming in now. It isn't? Okay. You know what? You're just gonna die the old-fashioned way. You don't even have a Lancer anymore. Bye-bye. Alright. Importantly, we want to replace this wall, because having to know... Oh! Bunny is... I guess we're gonna have a frozen bunny in there. Because if we build the wall and the bunny's still in there, it's gonna definitely freeze you to death. What I might have done in this situation is keep one of these turrets active, so it was a valid target for the Lancer. That would have maybe saved me some of that annoyance. But, oh well. Alright. Let's hook up some of the lab equipment once this gets excavated a bit more. And we have a brewery. So once we actually have the brews going, we'll change the drug policy so that they actually drink. Because I know I have break risks. And we can solve that with a little bit of alcohol-induced TLC. Oof, it's real cold for everyone. They'll get used to it. As long as Cat doesn't freeze to death, which... she might? We'll have to keep an eye on Cat's hypothermia. And then I wouldn't mind, so Crimson's on a work drive, so I don't really want to take her off of research, because she's researching really fast. What I was going to say is, I might want to set the others to haul, or at least Moxie to haul, so that the hops don't go to waste, because they're just sitting out there rotting at the moment. That's no good. Yeah, she could sleep outside, or she could sleep in, like, this room or something, where it's technically a room. Alright, so Moxie, let's set you to haul over cook and get you to clean up the hops. Also, these shelves should be much lower priority. Link low. I think part of the problem is we don't have perishables as allowed up here. Even though it's colder and better for perishables anyway. But that's getting fixed. I like how I told her to haul, and she's like, all right, I'm going to go for a walk. It's like, not what I had in mind, friend. The other thing I could do, just to cut down on the time, is caravan trick. I'll try not to use this too often, because some people complain, but it's a really effective way to move lightweight stuff rapidly. So, queue it to haul, then shove it into the caravan. Queuing it to haul just stacks it, so I don't have to click 1,000 times. And done. It's kind of faster. I don't like the mod pick up and haul, because it makes mass hauling like that a bit too easy for my tastes. But that's essentially what it would have done. Because I do feel like hauling is, and the logistics behind hauling is part of RimWorld, and making it obsolete makes RimWorld considerably easier. Devil Strand is almost harvestable. And Cat, how much longer are you here for? 9 days? Okay. So I probably am going to want to go out to the next vault before work drive wears off. All the horses have already been packed up, so I'll probably head out to the next vault very soon. A psychic suppression for shoe. An illegal shipwright. No thanks. I don't really want to be psychically suppressed. I also might want to do some additional hunting, because we're low, not quite very low, but we're a little low on meat. It's kind of something to consider. And I'm going to wait until... Oh, hello. Mech cluster with the EMI dynamo. Alright, well in that case... Crimson, it's time to go to the vault, but we're going to make a quick pit stop to bust up an EMI dynamo. Bring one wake up just in case. Send. Because it's not like she could do any research anymore. EMI Dynamo did that. Now, one of the things that happens with the Dynamo, as you can see, the coolers no longer are running on power. The gene tailoring pod and all the gene equipment turns on automatically. Basically, in the tech that we get gets backwards when hooked up to an EMI. So the good news is if power is ever shut down during a gene therapy, whoever's in the pod dies. But because solar flares and dynamo effects are reversed, you can't get solar flares and dynamos to kill your gene person, which was a very intelligent way of compensating for gene events, in my opinion. Lord Shotgun, thank you for the resub. Alright, so Crimson's coming out here to smash a dynamo. Easy peasy. And we are hooking up all the equipment to figure out how close we are to being able to gene therapy our people. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vault builders.